Welcome to episode 4 of Wellness Wednesday's audio series. I'm Nissrine, registered holistic nutritionist, mindful nutrition and wellness coach, and founder of holisticness.com. I created this series to bring a fresh perspective to nutrition and wellness, one that is centered on and led by you. There's a plethora of information out there, and it can be really hard to know what to do and eat to feel good in your body. It's easy to get caught up in fad diets and wellness trends, often questioning, doubting, and second-guessing your decisions when it comes to the way you nourish and care for yourself. I wholeheartedly believe that reconnecting with your own innate wisdom to know what your body needs to thrive is the first step to a life-changing transformation and true lasting wellness. And that progress is made by taking small steps mindfully, intentionally, and consistently. In today's episode, I'd like to share why mindful eating is the ultimate expression of self-love and an act of self-care. One of the predominant ways we care for our children or our loved ones is to prepare them meals that they love and that also help them stay well nourished and thriving. In fact, it brings us pleasure and peace to know that they are well nourished and thriving. Yet when it comes to ourselves, we rarely think of nourishing our body as an act of self-care. In fact, we think of self-care as face masks, long baths, days lounging around. And because of that, we may fail to prioritize it, thinking it's selfish, lavish, or unnecessary. While these wonderful experiences can be a part of a self-care practice, it doesn't stop there. In reality, self-care is so much more than that. It's the ability to prioritize our health and well-being so that we have the capacity to care for others, and it is essential to our existence. Self-care is self-preservation. With this in mind, it's easy to see how nourishing yourself is a significant and essential part of a self-care practice. And it's even easier to see why self-care is an essential part of well-being. But what about self-love? How is mindful eating an expression of self-love? Surely self-care and self-love aren't the same thing. Simply put, self-care is about our actions, while self-love is about our thoughts and feelings about ourselves. Self-care is taking the time to nourish yourself with intention and wisdom, especially when you're busy, tired, and it's the last thing you feel like doing. And self-love is feeling worthy and deserving of that particular act of self-care. In this case, nourishment. After all, how can you expect to show up and care for others if you're running on empty? How can you expect to receive love fully if you don't love yourself first? How can you expect your children and loved ones to love and care for themselves if you don't model that behavior yourself? If nourishing your body with intention and wisdom and learning to care for yourself from a place of love and compassion sound like goals you'd like to achieve, I invite you to book a free complimentary wellness consultation with me to chat about how you can make this happen with ease and simplicity. Thank you for listening. And if you enjoyed this audio clip, don't forget to subscribe below and share with a friend. And be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Wellness Wednesday audio series, where I share a short audio clip each week to inspire you to reconnect with yourself on a deeper level so you can start nourishing and caring for yourself more mindfully and intuitively. See you next week.